Have you ever asked the link between TVET and STEM and why it is important for Africa's economic future? Well, let me break it for you. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And it is all about innovation, problem solving, and digital transformation. STEM education creates tech leaders, engineers, and scientists for tomorrow, driving Africa's economic forward. Think about AI, renewable energy, and digital banking. All these industries rely on STEM skills. The question I would like to ask you is, which STEM field do you think is most important for Africa's future? Comment below, please. TVET stands for Technical and Vocational Education Training. It is all about practical skills that drive industries such as construction, agriculture, healthcare, and manufacturing. TVET equips young people with hands-on skills and makes them to be job ready or even become entrepreneurs. They can even create their own businesses. Countries with a strong TVET system have shown to have lower unemployment and better economic stability. Think country like Germany or China. They are great examples. The question I have for you is, do you think that practical skills are as important as university degree? Please comment below. Now we understand what STEM stands for and what TVET stands for. So let us look the link between STEM and TVET. STEM and TVET are not separate. They actually complement each other. Example, for renewable energy, for example, engineers and scientists develop solar panels. That is STEM. Whereas TVET, it is the technicians who will do the installations and repairing and maintenance. That is the TVET aspect. For another example, healthcare, for example, the researchers, they create medical devices, right? Whereas TVET, the medical technicians and nurses use them to save lives. So STEM provides the innovation and TVET turns it into real world impact. So why STEM and TVET are important to Africa's economic growth? The question is very simple to answer. We all know that Africa's economic is growing, but skill gaps are holding industries back. Sectors like digital, tech, green energy, manufacturing need both STEM and TVET professionals to grow. And Africa's youth need education that prepare them for the future. And whether it's practical or tech-driven and innovation-focused skills is needed. So my question to you is, should Africa schools focus more on STEM and TVET? Please answer yes or no below. What needs to be changed? I would recommend 4 areas. Number 1, government should invest STEM and TVET programs. That's number 1. And number 2, businesses must partner with schools to offer hands-on trainings. Number 3, we must change the mindset. TVET is not only for dropouts, but it is for innovators, job creators. And number 4 is we must have more girls in STEM and TVET to unlock Africa's full potential. Imagine a future where Africa's youth are leading in tech, industry, and innovation. As a woman in STEM, I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to come back to Somalia in 2011 and also identify the gap in TVET job creation and professional development trainings. I was lucky enough to also do the research called the 3 E's: empowerment, education, and employment. And I also discovered the link between STEM and TVET, and I actually merged the two. And we have Hano Academy, which we provide um, technical and vocational education training, and we also have Somali STEM Society, which is an umbrella association across all Somali regions. I know the culture is that Tibet is for people who are the bottom of the society, and STEM is a little bit of the upper class of the community. However, we need to change that mentality, and in order to link the two, we will allow others to see how important STEM and TVET are, just to improve the economic development in our communities. It is also important to realize that no skill is less valued than any other university degrees. In my case, yes, I have 5 university degrees. I don't want to brag about it, but that's the fact. I worked hard for it, and because of God's help and my hard work and the support that I got in Europe, I now have the ability not actually, help myself, but create institutions across Somalia, and hopefully to expand that in Africa, starting, in neighboring countries. And I was able to do this because I never allowed to neglect any kind of skills. I remember when I was in Denmark, after I was actually, while I was learning the Danish language, I was lucky enough to go to a school called Daghoy School. It was mainly for adults who wanted to reskill themselves and get other trainings so that they can actually pursue other type of employment. I learned any course that I could come across. I went there just to finish my language course, but I ended learning computer. They used to call BCR code, and it is for like Windows. And I learned sewing classes. I learned, handcraft courses. I learned, different, even other different courses. And I was able to do that because I saw that, number one, it was free. Number two, I was like wondering, like when I see an opportunity, I never turn down. I try to take, advantage of it. Hey, you have, this opportunity today. And I was always thinking, that person, that young person, whether it is a boy and a girl in Somalia who don't have that opportunity. And I said to myself, hey, like today you have this opportunity, why not to take advantage of it? That was actually one of the things that I always remembered, is people that I left behind in Somalia. And regardless whether the opportunity is small or big, I always tried my best to utilize the resources that surrounded me. So imagine if I didn't take those classes, and I was not even thinking that I will one day build an academy similar to Dahoy School in Denmark. I don't think they are operational now because, they was closed while I was actually in Denmark 20 years ago. They actually started closing that institutions. But I'm so grateful to have that opportunity. And if you come across an opportunity to get any kind of training, please don't look